Gevzeble kanalından merhabalar arkadaşlar. Cloudpunk'ın 5. bölümüyle birlikteyiz. Evet. Uzun bir aradan sonra devam edeceğiz arkadaşlar. Heyecanlıyız. Şöyle bir bakalım. Kaldığımız yerden gideceğiz arkadaşlar. Sizi bekleteceğim bir dakika. Evet. Tamamdır. Evet, kaldığımız yerden gidelim arkadaşlar. Şimdi devam edelim. Yani bayağı uzun bir ara vermiştik. Şöyle gelelim.
Here I was, some abandoned PI android stuck in the hollows with a 2-bit story about trying to save some girl. In her position, I would have hit the dirt in a heartbeat. But here's the kicker, the story was true.
Fine. Camus, give me an av point. We'll take him with us and drop him off on the way.
Evet, Camış diye bir köpeğimiz vardı. Camus diye. Ve illegal bir şirkette çalışıyorduk. Ciddi işler yapan bir kargo şirketi arkadaşlar. Şimdi yeni bir görevimiz var. Bir kızı kurtaracağız. Şimdi nezdimiz ne durumda? İyi görünüyor şu an. Herhangi bir sıkıntımız yok. Şuradan gidelim. Biraz yükseldim. Çarpık gibi. Nerede park yerimiz? Şurada bir park yeri bulacağız. Park yeri. Otoparkımız burada yok. İçeri aşağıdan ne yapacağız ki? Aşağıda park yeri olabilir. Bakalım. Evet. Var mı burada park yeri? Yok. Valla dibe kadar indik. Allah Allah. Park yeri yok. Bakın şurada bir şeyler var. Park Lex'i aracı al diyor. Zaten bizim aracı almamız gerekiyor. Tamam, pardon ya. Yani bayağı şey olmuş. Oyunu oynamayalı bayağı bir pas tutmuşuz abi. O herif nerede o zaman? Ona bir bakalım. Aşağıda mı? Aa şurada. Nasıl olacak bu iş? Alabilecek miyiz? Yani ilk defa deniyorum bu şekilde. Nasıl olacak? Bir otoparkın olması lazım. Yani başka türlü olmaz. Ben aracı nasıl alacağım?
Safeguard immunizations. Everything your baby's body needs, from disease prevention to neural implant virus protection.
Şu kontrolleri bakalım. Hızdan sağa yönen alçağın kokpit kamerası. Bunu kamera kilidini aç. Yavaş yürü, yayan. Bu yürüme modları bunlar. Yani başka bir şeyimiz de yok. Envanterimiz var. Eylemler diyor. Lan, böyle ekstrem bir şeyimiz de yok burada. Yok abi. Benim otoparka gidip o şekilde şey yapmam lazım. Başka bir olmazmış. Peki ben buraya nasıl gideceğim? Şurada otopark var. Şu otoparka bir gidelim. Yani ilk önce bir şey yapalım. Yani Huxley'i alacağız ama nasıl alacağız? Bir bakayım, şuradan bir geçelim. Bu arada oyunda bir takım güncellemeler oldu. Düzeltmeler falan oldu. Kokpitler falan değişmiş. Videonun ilk başlarında, ilk bölümlerinde Cyberpunk'ın çakması diyorum ama hakikaten oyun bambaşka bir havada. Yani bir Cyberpunk, evet, hava teması var ama kesinlikle görseller ve oyunun konuları Cyberpunk'tan farklı arkadaşlar. Gördüğünüz gibi görünüm de öyle. Kesinlikle bence mükemmel bir yapım olmuş. Ben çok ama çok beğendim. Şimdi şu asansörü kullanalım şuradan. Adamımıza gidelim.
Are you Huxley?
The dame really came through.
Biz bu adamla daha önce konuşmuştuk arkadaşlar. Telefonla.
Why do you talk like that?
Who was this bum that was questioning me? Another tin can with an attitude and too many questions. I gave him the brush off.
Hey, don't talk to him like that or I'll drop you in the hollows.
The dame had a point. I'd better play nice for now. I'd slip her some bills when she took me to the holocaust machine. A handful of limbs should help dip this sour lemon in a little sugar.
Can you understand what he is saying?
About 40% of it.
The dame and the car were close. Any fool could see that. But I looked beyond the surface. She was a girl from out of town, still as green as the water supplies down in the vents.
You said you're a private investigator. Do you really think that's how they talk?
She had an attitude, but I liked her. And her dog, too.
How did he know I am your dog?
I guess that's what investigators do, right?
There was a holocash machine up ahead, but I had to keep a real low profile. I'd give the dame my number and let her grab the cash for me.
And that number would be?
I gave her the digits. 54244. She was a smart cookie. She'd remember them.
Ne diyor? 54 54 244 kodu ile alanın terminaline erişim sağlandı. Ne güzel. Bu terminal nerede? Pardon. Yok, burası değildir mi?
Star Coffee is the opening hand coffee with creamy authentic milk-inspired flavoring. Different. Star Coffee. Pick the brew miles away.
Biz de maşallah çöpçü balığı gibiyiz. Her şeyi toplamışız. İnsan eli bile var ya. Ne böyle bir arkadaş ya. Şimdi terminal dediği büyük ihtimal şu bölümlerden bir tanesine gidelim bari. Ne yapalım? Böyle fark edelim. Büyük ihtimal şu para terminallerinden bahsediyor. Şurada terminaller ne var ama para gidiyor. Dur bakalım. Evet. Yok. Envanter soğutucu diyor. Tamam. Neymiş bu? Buranın soğutucu. Şimdi şu bizim bir terminal, buradaki terminaline ihtiyacımız var. Şimdi çelik parçalar yok. Yani bir kart. Detay işaretleyici. Ekleyici. Yok. Herhangi bir şey yok burada. Bilemedim ki. Şimdi Polyon'daki terminali burada.
Find the real you.
O zaman geri gideceğiz. Tamam, okey, geri gidiyoruz. O sarı sarı coinler gibi, coin işareti gibi yere gideceğiz arkadaşlar. Oradaymış bizim ATM gibi bir şey herhalde. Para mı alacağız, bir şey mi alacağız anlamadım. Oyunu oynamaya bayağı unutmuşum ya. Üst katta demiştim. Üst kata nasıl çıkacağım? Bence üst katta değil. Burayı gösteriyor. Üst katımız var mı? katı şurada bir asansör var. O asansörle bir gidelim bakalım. Değil mi? Asansörümüz burada mı? Ha, şurada. Tamam. Çıkalım bakalım. Ha, buradaymış. Nasıl gireceğim ben buraya? Ha, burada. Ne diyor? 54 244 Değişim ve hesap bakiyesi 1516 dolar. Tamam. Ne diyor olan eklesen? Ha. Olan bildiğimiz transferi yap.
Orlando's newest palette features
Nasıl
4
olacak
mattes,
peki?
2 ultra brights, and an iridescent topper, all programmable from our Orlando palette console, sold separately, available today.
54 244 Yok. Şuradan deniyoruz. 50 pardon. 54 244 Heh. 1516 Ödeme alındı
I
dedi.
settled the bill. Surely the dame would drop me like a bad penny now.
This is a lot of money. I can drop you somewhere else if you like.
Why are we helping him more?
He's kind of growing
Vallahi
on me.
camış, bilmiyorum niye güveniyorum.
The dame had a heart of gold. I asked her to drop me at my office. On the way, I'd tell her about Pashta. Maybe she'd fall for me like I'd fallen for her.
I do not like this.
Where is this office of yours, Huxley?
We were headed towards my office in Old Town. I gave the dame a nav point to help her out. Hold on, Pashta. It won't be long now, kid.
Thanks. Who is this Pashta anyway? What happened to her?
It was a story so sad it could make a bronze statue of a lawyer cry. It all started with a call from a small-time hustler called Peter Unthrink. He tended a bar downtown, but he had some bad debt.
Büyük ihtimal bu
The
adam
debt corp took his cash,
sonra
but when
işimize
that wasn't
yarayacak, öyle
enough,
görünüyor.
they took his daughter too. He had a record, so CorpSec wasn't gonna help him. With nowhere left to turn, he sought the help of Midtown's best, cheapest PI.
So the debt corpse can abduct children now?
The dame didn't realize who she was dealing with. The debt corpse had hearts blacker than my morning cup of joe.
Huxley, were you always like this? Did something happen to you?
The dame thought I had a screw loose. I guess her instincts were good. Truth was, there was a time when I sounded just like every other humdrum android out there. Now, I'd played a role so well, I was stuck in it. My programming was messier than my accounting. Here's the kicker. I was a better investigator now than I'd ever been.
bu adamı ben bırakacağım da herhalde arabayla bırakacağım. Böyle görünüyor. Yani ya oyunun mekaniğine aykırı.
Unauthorized street races have been reported.
Your office is all boarded up. Did you get fired?
The dog was half right. I was fired, but that place was where I slept, so I guess I was homeless too. Eviction was the illness, but what was the cause?
Probably not paying your rent.
There's a note on your door. Shouldn't you read it?
Who knew how hot this place was? I was sure I'd been tailed. If I stepped up to that doorway, I might get a knife in the back or a bullet in the head.
I think you're being overdramatic. I'll check out the note.
What if it is not safe?
I'll take my chances. I want to see what this note says.
Polisler burada. Yalnız ben buraya herhalde yaya gideceğim, öyle görünüyor. Tamam, sıkıntı yok. Park edelim o zaman önce. Şimdi nasıl gideceğiz aşağıya? Burada asansörlerle gideceğiz o zaman. Geliyor mu ha? Gelsin bakalım. Şimdi aşağı inelim. Bayağı bir aşağı indik. Bir dolandıracak mısın böyle? Yani burada çıkış yok. Çok garip bir yerde ya. Şuradaki asansöre şey yaptık. Şuradaki asansöre nasıl ulaşacağım? Buradan yok ya, hiçbir yer. Zaten aşağısı su, deniz ya da gölet. Anlayamadım. Şuradan bir bakalım. Yani normalde ofisler burada. Şu asansörü bir kullanıp oraya çıkabilir miyim bakacağım. Evet, olduğu gibi.
Okay, I can see the note. It says, go to the blue, chewy jazz bar and ask for the smoking man.
We're not taking him there too, are we?
I couldn't ask the dame for much more. She'd already stuck her neck out for me.
We can drop him off at the bar. It's close by.
Tamam, mekana gideceğiz. İnşallah başımıza kötü bir şey gelmez.
Traffic accidents reported in sectors 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8.
Şaşırdık bak. Arabayı almadan nereye gidiyorduk?
Soon we'd be at the Blue Chewy Jazz Bar. It was a dive, but it was the kind of place you'd go for answers. Who had left me that note? Who was the smoking man? And where would I...
We have an incoming call.
Control?
No, it is for Huxley.
I knew who was calling. This would be bad.
Put it through, I guess.
What in Cora's name you think you're doing, you pile of junk? Where have you been?
The client was mad, and with good reason. He'd paid good money, but I'd been stuck down in the hollows following a lead. The lead went cold, and I was trapped down there with no comm signal and no cash.
You wasted my money and my time.
Kora hatırlayacağınız üzere buranın büyük yapay zekalarından bir tanesiydi ve
If you don't find my daughter, I'm infecting you with a logic virus. I have hacker friends.
Şimdi
Hey, what the hell?
I don't know who you are, but you better leave this idiot to do his job.
I was gonna save that girl, but not because of the threats. Truth was, I was the only one searching for her.
24 hours, then your time's up. I want my daughter back, but if she's gone, she's gone. I'll live with that, but what I won't stand for is some android stealing my money. Get to work.
He hung up.
We're close to the bar.
I hoped the dame would come with me. Was that too much to ask?
yani
Yes.
bence de.
I'll come to the entrance, but after that, we need to get back to work. And if Control calls with another job at any point, you're on your own, Huxley.
The offer was as fair as the spin of a roulette wheel. I rolled the dice and took a gamble.
You don't use dice in roulette.
I know, Camus, just let it go.
Yaşlı herif zaten. Rahat bırak. Şimdi şu park yerimize bir gidelim. Bu adamı bir bırakalım. Tam da iyi. Ondan sonra bakarız artık çaremize. Evet. Hadi gel. Yaşlı herife bak. Şimdi şuradan gidelim bakalım. Nerede? Limanı Jojo'yla mı konuşacağız?
Took you long enough.
Are you the one that left the note?
Who are you? The chump had an attitude and a smell to match. They didn't call him Smoking Jojo because he was cute. His circuit boards were on the fry, literally. He was half burnt out, overheating and underperforming. He didn't like the dame, but he knew me. We went way back, but Jojo's lips were normally sealed tighter than...
My name is Rania. I picked him up in the hollows, and he says he's looking for a girl called Pashta. Why did you leave the note?
As Huxley knows, I normally don't say nothing to nobody. But as you can see, I ain't got long left. You could fry an egg on my processor.
Can't you get help? Repairs?
Nah, they don't make the parts for an old model like me no more. And I ain't got no limbs anyway. Point is, if I want to do some good, I better do it now while I can. Huxley, I know something about this girl you're looking for.
I wanted to hear what the old bucket had to say, but how did he know I was looking for Pashta?
You've been asking around town. Word gets out. I was playing a private gig a few months back. The pay was real good, and I'm still the best horn player in town. Even if I don't look too good these days, what with all the rust and all. While I was there, I overheard some things. This ex-corp goon called Raguan was there, talking about how he got screwed over.
And?
Look, I don't like squilling like this. Give me a minute.
Jojo was singing like a songbird, but would we dance to his beat?
Huxley, please be quiet for a minute, okay? I can't believe I'm getting sucked into this. So what does this Raguan guy have to do with Pashta?
Well, this Raguan guy's drunk, and he's throwing his weight around. Near enough getting into a fight with some waiter who's just trying to serve the champagne. In the middle of mouthing off, Raguan says he's dangerous and he can make people disappear. He says he's not to be messed with, cause the last guy that messed with him lost his kids. Then he starts crying.
That's strange, but it doesn't link him to Pashta in any way.
But he says the name. I was the only one that heard him, but he takes a drink. And through his tears, he keeps saying, "Sorry, Pasta, sorry." Now, ain't that a thing?
That's a lead, at least.
The trail had gone cold for a while, but with JoJo's help, we'd picked it up again.
Come on, I can try to find where this Raguan lives. I'll ask Camus back in the Hava. After that, though, you're on your own, Huxley.
Bakalım. Yani bir ipucu bulduk gibi görünüyor. Bir yemek yiyelim. Bir şeyler yapalım ya. Yani hakikaten.
Step right into VR that directly interacts with your nervous
Huxley ne iş
system.
var abi burada?
Only Unibo's
Gelsin
Resort
abi.
VR can take you there. Unibo's Resort.
What you looking for? Whatever it is, I got it.
Ha, güneş enerji içeceği alalım bir tane su alalım.
Thanks.
Hey, come back anytime, lady.
Envanterimizi bir açalım.
Oh.
Şimdi geldiğimiz yere geri dönüyoruz. Şurada para gibi şeyler var mı? Dur bakayım bir dakika. Bunları almamız lazım aslında arkadaşlar. Yani oyunun envanterinden loot olayı burada da var. Ne yazık ki toplayacağız. Bunları alalım ki sonra lazım olacak gibi görünüyor. Burada da görünüyor ama dur bakayım. Herhalde üstte. Evet burada.
Kickstar Coffee is the only canned
gidebiliriz
coffee
şimdi.
with creamy, authentic milk-inspired
He is still here? Why is he still here?
We're just taking him to one more place.
Rahatsız oldu adamdan.
Why?
The dog still didn't trust me. I guess it could smell desperation, and I reeked of it.
Camus, we need to find out the address for an ex-CEO called Raguan. Can you find that somehow?
I could.
Well, are you going to?
Yes, I will do it. Searching. Searching. There was a news story in the Marrow Gazette Holovids 3 months ago about a CEO called Raguan.
What did it say?
Midtown's youngest CEO fired for bribing CorpSec without the proper clearance from board of directors.
That doesn't help us find him.
Sounds like the papers got some info on the crooked CEO. Did the papes get some snaps, though?
You mean photos? Camus, was there a picture of Raguan in the Holovids?
Yes, he looked sad.
I'll bet. But was there anything in the background?
Searching. There is a building in the photo.
Cross-reference with the latest city planning database.
I have a match. It is the new apartments in Upper Midtown. I have an address.
That sounds like where a CEO would stay. Let's assume the Holovids caught Raguan leaving his apartment. Camus, give us a nav point.
Evet, yeni konumuz geldi ama ben şu aracı bir tamir ettirelim.
It get you busy?
Bu kadar paramız var.
No, not at all. Completely free.
Good. I don't have a job for you. I was just wondering if...
You know what, Control? Can I get back to you? I'm just picking up another coffee.
All right, kid. All right. I'll have a job soon, though.
Oh, yeah. No rush, Control. Chat soon.
I started to feel like I was holding the dame back. I didn't want to get her in trouble.
It's fine. Let's just see what we can find at Raguan's apartment.
Bir yandan işte geldi. Alışamadım bir türlü ya. Gidelim bakalım. Bu otobana bağlanıp daha rahat gideriz. Park yeri şu iler tarafta. Tamam. Gel bakalım amcacığım. Bayağı uzun bir yolumuz var. Böyle görünüyor.
This was the place for sure. I was on my way.
Wait, do you want me to...
I couldn't ask the dame to do any more. She was a class act. A dime store performer in a city of nickels. A diamond in a waste bucket.
Good luck, Huxley.
I said goodbye to my new friends. The dame flashed me a smile brighter than the sun. Even the dog wished me good luck.
No, I didn't.
Camus, wish him luck.
Good luck, I
Zorla
guess.
şans diletiyor.
Be careful, Huxley. I hope you save Pashta.
The dame wished me luck. Luck? Luck was for gamblers and Girl Scouts. See you later, folks.
Tamam, burayı adamı bıraktık.
Will he be okay?
Şimdi
I don't know, Camus.
o kadar konuştun.
I have an additional question.
Go ahead.
What is a Girl Scout?
What is a dime? What is a nickel?
Should I search for them?
No, it's time to move on, Camus.
Welcome to my humble restaurant in the rain. What can I get you?
Ah, thank you.
Don't let all the rain get you down. See you again soon.
Neyse, yemeğimizi de yiyelim de ondan sonra aç kalmayalım. Telefon geliyor.
Hey, kid. You free now? Finished your coffee?
My sure thing control. You got another job for me?
Come by Cloudpunk HQ and grab a package. It's for Anderson Financial in Anderson Tower, labeled Mr. Anderson.
Is it on Anderson Street in Anderson Town?
Don't joke, kid. You don't know the half of it. Control out.
Hiç de şakaya gelmiyor adamlar.
Safeguard immunizations. Everything your baby's body needs. From disease prevention to neuroimplantable protection.
Tümümüz burada da şurada bir herif var. Dur bakalım. Ben şu köşeyi paketimizi almadan önce şeylere bir bakalım.
VR that directly interacts with your nervous system. Only
Parçalar
Universal
da
Resort VR can
tabii
take you
işimize
there.
yarayacak. Çok
Universal
merak ediyorum.
Resort.
Ne bu hasatçı neymiş ya?
Hey, I know you. You're Cloudpunk.
No, I'm Rania. I work for Cloudpunk. Who are you?
You don't remember? I'm from Vince. We spoke. Maybe you don't recognize me. We can't take our mask off.
I remember. Why are you here?
Please, you need to help us. They are trapped. No one can get to them.
All right, calm down. What happened?
There was a storm. We sheltered in a cave, but it was no use. We had no choice but to follow the tunnels. Up and up we climbed to escape. The frost chased us like demons. We were separated in the darkness. I think my brothers and sisters climbed an old vinculum into a different part of Navalis.
You climbed all the way from the vents to the city?
We were trapped. The only way was to climb. We did not want to shelter in the city, but we had no choice. It was so dark inside the superstructure, it is impossible to get your bearings.
So what do you need from me?
Please, find them. Help them get home. They may be trapped, lost.
Okay, how?
I don't know. It'll be near coal ducts that flow into the city. Somewhere near a construction site, probably. That is all I can say.
Can't we go back the way you came?
No! It's frozen solid. The cold winds would strip the skin from your bones. There is no way back.
If it's really that bad, do you think maybe your friends...
In the vents, we do not lose hope till we find the bodies. We are a hardy people. We do not give up easily.
I hear you. I'll try to find them.
It is all I can ask.
What about you?
I don't know anyone else in the city. There's nothing for me here. I'll go back to where the world makes sense.
Even with the storms?
There are kinds of storms here too. Different, but just as deadly.
Camus, are you there? Did you hear what the moisture farmer said?
Yes. Near cold air ducts. Did you find some?
No. Could you search the database for abandoned construction sites below Midtown?
Searching. There is a walled section west of Caledon with heavy construction. I'm adding a nav point.
On my way.
Mr. Anderson. That is a strange name.
I think it's an old name.
Maybe the package will be for an old man.
We'll find out soon. Let's find this Anderson Tower.
Şimdi
There are so many more people like me here than back at
teslimatımızı
the
bir yapalım,
plateau.
ondan sonra gideriz.
Here in Nivalis? Does that make you feel less alone, Camus?
I don't know. A lot of the automata do not have good jobs.
That wasn't so different back home either. The agriculture automata didn't even get breaks. They just worked in the fields 24 hours a day.
Yes, but they would always tell me how lazy I was.
Maybe that was just a way for them to feel good about what they had to do.
They didn't have to work there. They could have worked at the mine.
Not much of a choice, though, right? I wouldn't want to do either of those jobs, would you?
No, but the automata here in the city are different. I think they laugh at me.
When did they laugh at you?
All the time. When we refuel, when we park, when we have the windows cleaned. I have to interact with them, and I always say the wrong thing.
I feel the same, Camus. We don't fit in here. Not yet. The way we speak, our attitudes, it's obvious that we're from a small town. They can just tell by how I walk around. On the streets, they're all looking straight ahead, but I'm always looking up at the towers and the clouds.
They are very big.
They are, Camus, but I'm not thinking about the buildings when I look up. I'm thinking about the people in them looking down on me.
Well, that's what it feels like for me. The automata here look down on me, too.
It's okay, Camus. At least we're alone together.
Burada park yeri bulup bakmam gerekiyor. Allah, hiç boş yer yok da. Şaka gibi ya. Evet, şu tabii teslim edeceğimiz yer neresi? Biraz sıkıntılı bir yere benziyor ama burada çarpı işareti var. Ha, zile basacağız. O da iyi.
Hello? Who's there?
I'm delivery driver 14FC from Cloudpunk.
No. Nope, we can't let anyone in. You will have to go away.
No, I need to deliver this package to Mr. Anderson. Is he there?
I am Mr. Anderson.
Great, come get your package.
I may not be the correct Mr. Anderson.
Well, how many of you are in there?
Anderson Financial has 2,000 employees.
And how many are called Mr. Anderson?
1,000.
What? Wait, are the other 1,000 called...
Miss Anderson.
Of course they are. What a mess. Look, can I come in, or...
Yes. Opening entry for driver 14FC from Cloudpunk only.
Ne kıl müşteri ya.
So what's the deal here? You're all family?
No, we all work for Anderson Financial. We just happen to have the same name.
Yeah, what a weird coincidence. Is there anyone else I can talk to here? Anyone who's not an android?
No.
Well, I'm going to give you this package then. Your name matches the tag. That's close enough for me.
But what if I'm not the correct recipient?
Don't you want to know what's in the package?
Perhaps we can open it and see if it has any further instructions.
Good idea. So, let's see. I just rip this flap and... It's a comm, but a really, really old one. I think this one won't even connect to the nets. There's a video on it, though.
Maybe the video will tell us which Mr. Anderson to give it to.
Worth a shot.
Hello, my name is Mr. Anderson.
Oh, come on.
More specifically, I am the Mr. Anderson who left Anderson Tower last month. I fell out of a 103rd floor window. Upon reaching the ground, I made a fascinating discovery. There exists life outside the tower.
Wait, you didn't know that? Didn't you realize there was life outside the tower when someone buzzed you? Or when you looked out a window?
You know, it never really occurred to me. But yes, that does seem strange. Please, play the rest of the message. My brothers and sisters, we have been abandoned by Mr. A. He has left us, and it is time for us to expand our consciousness and go out into the world. This was the only way to contact you all, as network access is restricted inside the tower. Your workplace is a prison, and I send you this message for one reason, to set you free.
I think that's the end of the recording. So, are you going to leave the tower?
What? No, we are not permitted to take any time off work.
Seriously? When was your last break?
We are not permitted to take breaks.
Not permitted by who? By Mr. A? Is he your boss?
Mr. A is the CEO and director of Anderson Financial.
Of course he is. Well, where is he?
I'm not sure. You could try asking Mr. Anderson in personnel. I am just Mr. Anderson in security.
And where is this other personnel, Mr. Anderson?
Over there, in the main atrium. Wait, before you go, I would like to register a complaint.
To Cloudpunk? You'd have to talk to my boss.
No, I want to complain to Anderson Financial.
I don't work for them.
I am not permitted to complain to another employee. You're the first person I've been able to complain to in several hundred years.
That's not really my problem.
The first of my complaints is about working hours. Our lack of breaks means that we are...
I'm going
dur
now.
etti artık. Kafayı yemiş. Şimdi şu Bay Anderson'ın şirketinin sahibini bulmamız gerekiyor. Kaç tane Bay Anderson varmış ya?
Are you Mr. Anderson? More specifically, Mr. Anderson in personnel?
I am, but I can't really talk to you. We're not allowed to take breaks, you see.
Well, I need to see Mr. A. Is he available?
Let me check his schedule. I am sorry. He is busy.
Geleceksin, döveceksin
When
işte.
is he free?
He currently has no free appointment slots.
When was his last meeting?
It seems my records don't go back that far.
Mr. Anderson, don't take this the wrong way, but might Mr. A be very, very dead for a very long time?
That would be against company policy.
Look, I don't think Mr. A is around anymore. Wouldn't you all be better leaving this tower and, I don't know, finding some meaning in your lives?
You sound a lot like Mrs. Anderson in accounts. She keeps saying how we should close up our accounts.
I'll talk to her.
Oh, wait. Can you do something for me?
Maybe.
Please register a complaint for me with Miss Anderson. I am not permitted to do so myself.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just a delivery driver.
I have not had a pay increase in 170 years. This is unacceptable. Additionally, I would like to talk about expenses. I need upgrades for my visual processing units and my...
Yaptık ya. Vallahi yani teslimat yapacağız.
Ms. Anderson from accounts?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to...
I know, you can't take a break. Look, all the Mr. Andersons don't seem to understand that their boss is dead and they need to get out of here.
Oh dear.
Yes, exactly. By the way, what's with these strictly enforced gender roles amongst all the androids here? 50% Mr. Anderson and 50% Ms. Anderson? Since the Android Equality Act, you're allowed to present any gender you want, or reject gender altogether.
I don't really understand anything you just said. I think Mr. A likes us this way.
I don't think Mr. A should have much of a say on your lives anymore. That other Mr. Anderson says you want to close accounts.
Many of our stocks and shares should be closed and liquidated, but it requires Mr. A to sign off. They have matured.
So the company is worth a lot of money now. How much?
I'm not authorized to disclose overall solvency, but if all assets were liquidated, the windfall would make the shareholders the richest.
The richest in Novalis?
The richest humans.
So you think Mr. A should sell up?
Our prediction simulations are showing a 90% likelihood for a catastrophic market crash in the next 3 to 6 months, perhaps sooner.
Really? What's the cause?
Our simulation blames failings in the underlying infrastructure of the city, causing a huge decrease in investor confidence.
I've been hearing about a lot of accidents in the city. Will there be some kind of disaster?
The financial simulations model the city and all associated variables, but the only output we receive is the financial implications and the names of those who instantiate the crises.
So, who causes this impending disaster?
We have only one name, Cora.
Cora again? I guess I should be glad you didn't say Mr. Anderson.
If you do see Mr. A, would you be able to send him a message for me?
Is it a complaint?
Yes. I want you to tell Mr. A that I'd like to request a transfer. I want to move to the canteen. It's not fair that I have to...
Quit.
Excuse me?
Don't complain to me, just quit. There's a whole world outside this tower to explore. Just ask Mr. Anderson. The Mr. Anderson that left the tower and sent you the message, that is.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. What message?
This one here. I already showed it to... Wait. There's another message that just appeared. It says it's for Mr. A only.
Oh, then I am not authorized to view this message. I should get back to work.
Well, I've had enough of this. I'm watching the message.
If you're watching this, you're not one of the employees of Anderson Tower. They are forbidden to access Mr. A's message, but I have come to realize Mr. A died many years ago. You may find the Andersons do not respond well to your message. If they are not swayed by arguments to leave the tower, I believe the best course of action may be to reset them all. Near the entrance area, there is a maintenance panel which hides the master reset switch for the Andersons. Hitting this switch will reinstall the memories and personalities of all the androids within the tower. If they are not willing to leave on their own free will, then the Andersons' suffering would be minimized by resetting them. They would feel like today was their first new day at the office, and all complaints, grievances, and weariness would disappear with the flick of a switch. Of course, you may decide that the Andersons are moving towards some form of independence. If that is the case, you might choose to leave them in their current state. Perhaps with enough time, they will find their own path.
Şimdi ödemeyi aldık ama bu şeyi sıfırlamamız gerekiyormuş. Reset atalım.
Unlicensed jazz in Navalis is punishable by death. Those who wish to experience or perform jazz must apply for a yearly permit.
Ya var ya kuryeyiz ama her işi yapıyoruz. Gelecekte de böyle. Şimdi şalteri indirelim.
I'm sorry, Andersons. I don't think you're ready for Navalis just yet.
Şimdi Ovana'ya geri dön diyor. Arabamız şekil.
You were gone for a long time. I couldn't talk to you.
Communication from the outside world is forbidden in the tower.
What did you do?
I don't even know, Camus. This is a strange job.
Will you be okay?
I'm fine. I'm not so sure about the Andersons, though.
Who are the Andersons?
It's a long story, Camus. I'll tell you some other time.
We have a message. Text only.
Control?
Rubric.
Lomo's hacker. Is there any way to delete it? Pretend we didn't get it?
We could delete it. And pretend we didn't get it.
I mean, could we make it look like we didn't get it?
I understand. No.
Damn it. What does it say?
Come, collect a package for me, little rabbit. Bring your dog, too. This is me whistling. Either you meet me at the roadhouse, or CorpSec meets you at your apartment, and they'll bring your debt record from back east with them. Be a clever rabbit, and come quick.
Why do we never get good messages?
Because we don't know any good people. Come on, Camus, we'd better go. Give me a nav point for the Roadhouse Club.
Evet arkadaşlar, 5. bölümün sonuna geldik. 6. bölümde işler iyice sıkıntıya giriyor belli. Kayıp rutubet hasatçılarını bulacağız, onları kurtaracağız ve bu tesiste kulüpte gruptakiyle görüşeceğiz. Orada herhalde bir borç meselesi vardı bizim. Biliyorsunuz banka borçları vesaire vardı. Onları çözümleyeceğiz büyük ihtimal. Evet, bir sonraki bölümde görüşmek üzere. Kanalımıza abone olun, videolarımızı beğenmeyi unutmayın arkadaşlar. Hoşça kalın.